Last season we came 5th with Puskas' old club, and this year we're predicted to finish right up the top. So I guess anything less is a huge disappointment. Hey guys, and welcome back to the second episode of the Budapest Honvéd save, where we are trying to take this side from the second division of Hungary all the way back up to Champions League glory. I don't know if they ever had Champions League glory, but Puskas was here, so they were very good, and that is why we focused on them. As you saw last season, we ended up coming 5th in the league. This year, with the signings we've made, hopefully we can get up. First one was a youngster, not going to dwell on it for too much longer, but look at all of those. No money in, no money out. But trust me, we've done pretty okay. I'm pretty happy with it. So lots of free signings have left the club. Most notably, our right back from last season, Wilfred Bonney, has left the club. He's gone on a free. And then lots of rotation options. Seeger as well was one of them. A youngster here, Minihart, who actually played quite a few games, but no one crucial. And we actually did manage to hold on to Holman, who was our star man last year. One of our star men. And yeah, he just decided they want to stick around, so he is staying for another season. So signing in itself, but lots more to come because we did sign some more. Zoster. Pronunciation's going to be hard, isn't it? He is actually a Budapest Honvéd player in the past, and he's come back to the club looking very good from left wing or cam, so welcome to the club. Next up, we've got another youngster who has a decent potential, so welcome to the club to him too. Kane Wilson, I think, is the best signing I've made, and I'm quite happy he's been noted early doors. 25 years old, £4,000 per week makes him, I think, the equal most highest paid player in the entire division, but I think it's worth it. He's played a lot of games in the League 2, League 1, but his stats just look awesome. 15 dribbling, 12 crossing, 10 finishing, 15 flair, 14 pace. I think he's going to tear up this league. I think he's going to be player of the season because he did end up being quite high on the betting odds, I want to say. Next up, we brought in another Hungarian man, a right back, because we needed a new right back with our right back going, obviously. So welcome to the club, Roland, who might not be starting. Definitely not starting the first game, but I'll show you who's starting in just a second. An unfortunate injury to this man, but Szalai has joined the club. Free transfer. He played in the first division from time to time. Played a full season actually back in the day. Looks very good. Now our best centre back at the club, 6'3" as well. I think he is going to be an absolute star for us. Next up, another player that used to play for Honvéd has come back, and I believe he would have left because of the relegation. So welcome back, Bent Bano Zabo. I need to work out what the SZ means. But he looks like a great midfielder. He looks like he could play wing as well. And only 26 years of age, I'm not whinging too much. And these wages aren't crazy. We did get quite a bit of budget, though, to be fair. Another right back option, Martin Major. Very easy name to say, so I like him. And I think he might be starting for that reason. Nagy has also joined the club. He's a left back rotation player. We still do have our starting left back from last year, Hangya. Even though I think I said I thought he was going, but he hasn't ended up going, obviously. So I'll take that. Very good second choice left back. Arthur is a youngster because we need more players under the age of 20. So he comes in from, I want to say Brentford. Yeah, it was Brentford. 750k they paid for him. So I'm happy to just, take him on board. He's got good potential. Might even have to start a few games for us. And then lastly, we've got another youngster because, again, we need more youngsters. Because if you haven't been following along, you need to start and have one player on the pitch who is under 20 at all times. Now, last year, we went for Atrock the entire season. But they don't just do it off who's actually under 20. They do it year by year. So, born after 2005, as you can see here. He's just outside of that. So he doesn't count. So our current players that can be that under 20 spot are a second choice goalkeeper, which I'm frightened of and don't want to do. By the way, this youngster came back from loan. I couldn't recall him last season, otherwise I totally would have. But he looks like he's probably going to lock down the starting goalkeeper spot. Just because, actually, Rax, who was our last season starter, ended up getting injured, and it made me think, more potential. Let's give this man the chance. So, Dues, completely a new player to us. Welcome to the club, even though he's actually played before. And our new striker, he was the striker that I tried to recall last season. Again, Played a lot of games, but for the second team, only a few for the first team. But his stats look good. 13 finishing, 12 pace. I can't complain. So Karizzi, yeah, we'll go Karizzi. Karizzi is our starting striker to start off the season. But none of them under 20s, by the way. We've just got Arthur, who, as you can see, is currently on the pitch. And then Kenez is our other one, who's not great. So the reason why I've ended up going with... Oh, and Adam. Nice, Adam. Adam is a youngster who's 17, who will definitely be the starting player at some point in the future, but he just isn't quite good enough right now. And we're quite stacked in the midfield and attacking spots. But if you compare Arthur to like our second best centre back, who would be Becky, he's not like crazy miles off him. But if you compare our right winger Wilson to Kenez, let's go Wilson, you can see there's like a huge night and day difference. So for that reason, centre back Arthur starting for the first time, under 20. And actually, I think he might even... Yeah, it'd be 2 years under 20 because he was born in January. Love to see it. If he was born 3 days early, he wouldn't be good. But we're versing for the first game of our season, a side that got promoted last year. As you can see, this is the team that we're going with, but I'll quickly go through it. So we've got Karizzi up top, that returning left winger, striker, no, he's not a striker, Cam, central midfielder, he's playing out on the wing, Holman staying in that Cam spot, Wilson going to the right hand side, then we've got Bano Sabal, who is also that new central midfielder coming in, returning, Dan Lou from last season, who wants to reconsider his options, but Holman reconsidered his option and he signed, so I'm hoping Dan Lou does too. Hangya keeps his spot. Then we've got Dominic, who also keeps his spot at right back. Major, who's the new player, playing as an inverted wing back to fill that gap because we've got an attacking Mazzala in there. And then we've got Do starting in the centre back spot, and of course Arthur. If I didn't say it, Arthur's in there. So easy team, lots of good subs. Wins coming, hopefully. I'm going to try this 4-3-3 to start off with. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to auto number. There's too many. There's way too many. And I want to get into this game. And as I was saying, goal is shorter videos. And I've already talked for 7 minutes. That's not too bad for me. That's really not bad. As I say, haven't done YouTube for about 9 months. But that's not terrible at all. Haven't uploaded the first video yet. So thank you for all the great reaction. Oh, and like and subscribe. Forgot to say that. Look at how out of practice I am. If you've gotten through 7 minutes of me rambling, like and subscribe now, please. But we're going to try with this 4-3-3. Worked in pre-season. We ended up with a 4-4-2 at the end of last year. But it's really hard to find left mids and right mids. Like Wilson can play right mid. But I know that Zolster cannot play left mid. And I don't know. I prefer the 4-3-3. I think it was the striker last year that didn't allow us to do it because Holman wasn't good enough to play striker alone. Lost a bit of his pace this year, by the way. Not the best first highlight. And then Boney was not good enough to actually create the chances himself. He was just there to finish them. And I don't think we were putting them on a silver platter enough without him having a striker right next to him helping him out. So we're going to try this and hope that Karissi does okay up top. But I'm mildly expecting to have to change the tactic. But we got to make that decision early. As I said last year, I changed the tactic probably about 20 times. And I think that was a contributing factor as to why we did pretty average in the end. Here is Ulster on the ball, looking to get a ball into the mixer. Wilson not rising, but he ends up with it, and he goes for the pass. Holman really should be finishing that. He scored the first goal of this entire series. Scored the first goal in this video, last video, in the season last year. Can't put that one in the back of the net, but at least Wilson getting probably a high XG assist there. But can't quite finish it off from Holman. 27 minutes gone, and we're definitely the better of the two sides. I will admit the highlights coming in made me a bit nervous, and clearly continued there. Because it seemed like they always have the ball to start off with. But luckily, they seem to go our way each and every single time. As Ulster has the ball, plays it into Wilson, who was really not in his position. But, I mean, if he's controlling the play, I'm not going to whinge. Holman there, again, probably should be scoring really well. Maybe not scoring from there. Maybe take a touch, But I would expect him to do a wee bit better, He's got 14 finishing, which is really high for our division, obviously. So it's not a slouch at putting the ball in the back of the net. I think he got, I want to say like 17 or 16 last year. So he knows where the goal is. Just hopefully he can get the chance to put it in the back of the net today. Here is Deuce on the ball. He's taking his time and playing it out to Hungary. This is a side that we should be winning, as I said, with this status coming up from the league last year, and we're showing that. So I'm not feeling too nervous currently. The ball will go in the back of the net at some point. It's just who will do it. Hungary on it. Danlu into Wilson, and I'm not sure that was a highlight, Footy Manager. We on key highlights? We're on key highlights. Okay, that don't think that was a highlight. That was a highlight. And against the run of play, it is the opposition putting the ball into the back of the net to start off with. First goal conceded of the season, and potentially that is why they are setting up like that. A free kick, putting it in the back of the net, and then just setting up to defend. I think they already were setting up to defend, but the counter-attacking football was definitely the way they wanted to play, and that is... I thought that was offside, really. I think it did say... No, it was offside. It was offside in the end. I just didn't see the linesman flag going up. But we've been all over them. It just seems to be not enough finishing right now, and Carezzi is playing a 6.3. It would be nice to have a second choice striker. To be honest, we don't really currently, and he doesn't finish that one either. We do have one. I'll show you him in a second when we get to half time, but he's not crazy. The reason why I'm saying... not saying his name, I can't remember how you'd say it, or really even what. I think it starts with an S. I think it's probably got a Z next to it as well, so just, warning for mispronunciation. Here is Wilson, though. He can probably put a good ball in. Here's a good ball, easily collected by the goalkeeper, and a 2xG against a 0.2 xG. Pretty bad. You've been terrible so far. We've got to be a lot better. This is the player. Yes, it is an SC, Sazok. He is... okay, he just scored one goal last year from 20 games. So I'm not going to panic right now and make any subs. As I say, I do expect the ball to go into the back of the net, and we are creating the chances. The XG is high. It's just got to go in the back of the net at some point. But that was our problem last year. So perhaps... maybe looking for another striker is top priority. It was actually top priority during the off-season. I'm completely ignoring the goal. I should probably be happy about that. Bano Sabal, on his return, puts it into the back of the net. It's not our striker. It's not an attacker. It is a Mazzala on an attacking duty, though. So, that's why you put him up there, to get forward. Hang it in. Bano Sabal puts it into the back of the net, and that's a great header and a great way to start the half, getting the momentum back into our side, feeling like we can put it into the back of the net. But as I was saying before, I do think, striker was the goal. It just doesn't seem to have really come up with anyone. There was, Wilson puts it in, and there we go. See, I told you he was going to be a star. And actually, his 7.7 rating with no goals or assists before even scoring suggests that this man has something special in him, and I think he is going to be the player of the season. I've already said it. I'm saying it twice to double down on it, just to make sure you heard me. He is going to be the player of the season in the tournament, especially if we end up winning. But the goal, is to win it. It's definitely to get promoted. If we don't get promoted this season, boys and girls, not only will it be bad for the content, but it'll be very bad for the club too. And here is Wilson picking up scraps again, trying to get it, showing that fight, the English game from Forest Green. He's put a ball in. Well, he's put it into Bano Sabal, to be fair. And Bano Sabal puts it into Holman. He does know where the back of the net is, and he puts it in. And 3-1 now feels like we're running away with the game, and there's no way we're getting caught, especially not with 5 at the back, a CDM, and an injury now, major. Okay, that's okay. I can live with that, because we do have the other new right back who actually did get given the number 2 jersey. So, arguably about on the same wavelength. We've got Polly on the bench as well, actually. I forgot to mention that. But I am going to bring on the other Hungarian man, who is, by the way, also considering his options. But that one I'm not as upset about. Doesn't have any potential. He's a good, solid player, don't get me wrong. And actually is our captain, to be fair. So I probably should be more worried about it than I am. But really, he's not going to be here long term like I would hope. The player that I just brought off cannot remember his name, because I don't really say their names. You just look at their face and that's how you remember it. I feel like that's a lot of Football Manager players, unless you know the player beforehand. And why are we going slow-mo there? I've seen this video glitch a few times already, team. Oh my gosh, my laptop is hot. That's why. Hold on. You're about to hear the fan, but I've clicked on Xbox game app. No, I don't want to update Xbox game app. Come on, turn on the fan. Turn on the fan. Fan, come on. You're about to hear the fan, by the way. I put it onto silent mode when I'm recording so that you don't have to hear the fan. But oh my gosh, we are lagging. And that, mate, I can't actually touch that. I think my CPU... Fan, hurry up. There we go. Okay, cool it. Hot day here in New Zealand today. I'm not surprised it's getting steamy on my GPU. But oh my gosh, that is not normally that hot. That is not normal. But anyway, we're on the ball. Could score another one. I'm resisting the urge to make more... penalty. I don't know who our penalty taker is this year, actually. It was Holman last year. It is still Holman this year. Resisting the urge to make changes. Find... That's lucky. But, like, I show speed in the cup final. Probably... the sidemen match definitely shouldn't have gone in. But anyway, we'll take it. I find that if I make subs, I actually kind of ruin the flow that we have in the team. So I'm happy that I haven't, and I'm happy that we've won, and I'm happy that I'm simulating all the way to the end of the season. If we get any more transfers, if we do anything during January, of course I'll let you know. But these videos already getting long. 15 minutes I've spoken. I'll update you at the end of the season, and I'm telling you right now, good things are going to be said about Kane Wilson. I told you we were going to win the league, but I didn't tell you we were going to do it this convincingly. 9 points clear, 1 game to go. Holman is the second top goal scorer, highest average rating. Kane Wilson, I told you, be up there. And a new player, Nunez, up there. Speaking of which, we did make some more signings, and it just needs to be gone over. So starting with the sales, we sold CS because he wasn't good enough. We loaned out a youngster that we literally just bought in. Sold that left midfielder for a little bit. Sold Bucky, who was a centre-back, who wanted more game time. And to be fair, we signed a better centre-back. So he's gone. Our captain left because, again, he was going to run down his contract. So I was like, oh, I'll get money for you. Rax, the goalkeeper, ended up leaving because we didn't need him anymore. Dan Liu left during the January transfer window. Didn't mean to, but he did get signed on a pre-contract deal. I just thought, 69k, I'll cash in on while I have the chance. Another terrible player that left. Nagy has ended up leaving as well. We brought him in as a left-back cover. Wanted to go, let him go, and Sabal ended up going out on loan. We made lots more signings, though, to cover those people. Right back, this man has been awesome. Boa has been an Italian right back who played for Roma way back in the day. Never actually played for them, but, you know, in and around their team. Very, very good. 4 assists, 1 goal, 6.89. Like what he brings to the table. Next up, we've had Nunez, who I talked about. Great player. Incredible player. Actually, came in quite late on, but in the 10th, so all the way in October. That shows how intelligent I am. 9 goals, 5 assists. He is an incredible player and can play anywhere on the front three and even central midfield if you need him to do a job there. 28 years of age. Awesome player. This man came in, I want to say, during the January transfer window or around that time, but Ouattara, mate, 9 goals, 7 appearances. Just really unfortunate that he picked up an injury and is out for the rest of the season because we need him for our next game, and you're going to find out about that in just a second. But the last one was a goalkeeper who is 3.5-star current ability, but started for 3 games, but quickly has lost his spot to Doos again, because Doos wasn't really doing anything wrong, and actually, on comparison, they're pretty much the same in terms of ability. In fact, actually, Doos is slightly better, and he's younger. I don't know, he just wasn't playing very well, so he's our reserve goalkeeper now. So, you know, we gave it a crack, didn't quite go our way, but as you can see, incredible run of form this year, and you might be noticing, Hungarian Cup final. We are versing, of course, the best team in Hungary, and I'm gonna have to learn how to say that name. Ferenc Puskás, something like that. The best team in Hungary. If you look at the top division, they've already won it, and they've actually been dominating it for years and years. By the way, I didn't realise we won it in 2016-17. We haven't been out. I knew we hadn't been out of the league for long, but I didn't realise we'd been out of the top for that short of a period of time. As you can see, when you go back into the past, we were a dominant force for some time. But this side, of course, the absolute elite of the teams in Hungary right now, and we need to beat them. This is the lineup that we've been going for a lot of the season, except Smogi. I don't read the names. Adam is what I said. Adam is a central midfielder of choice starting in that role. However, for this game, you don't need an under-19 player, and I want to get Holman onto the pitch, even though he's only considered 2.5 star current ability. He's been incredible this year, so I want him on the pitch. I want an out-and-out striker on the pitch. So Kareski is coming in, who has done okay for us, 10 goals, 3 assists. If I could have it perfectly, of course Otara would be playing, and Polly would be playing as well, but he ended up with a suspension, with a red card in the semi-final, very stupidly from him. So Nunez is actually playing his first game as a central midfielder on a deep line playmaker to defend. And we've got Bano Sabal, who's been very good too. Mate, this front three of Wilson, Bano Sabal, Holman or Nunez have been tearing it up this year. Wilson with 11 goals, 12 assists. Then Holman with 23 and 5. Then Bano Sabal with 5 and 7. The worst of the bunch, which is saying something. Zolster 8 and 11. He's been playing Mazzala in that central midfield spot. And Nunez with 9 and 5. Mate, they have been incredible players this year. And even you saw before, Karezi has been doing quite well too. Hangia is still our left back. Then we've got CS still as our centre back. Probably looking to improve on him next year. But Slazai has ended up being amazing. What a player he's been. Scoring 4 goals. Very tall, so non them in from corners. I love to see it. Boa, who I said before, and Doos. That is our team. It's not a very stacked bench. Arthur has been playing some games, by the way, as a under 20 player as well. And it's also good to have Kines as an option, but he's often my last pick to go in there. So mainly just Arthur or Adam going into there. But this is the game that we care about, mainly because we'd have European football if we win it. I believe last season it was the team that came second. Actually, I'm certain it was the team that came second. And they ended up going, let's see what happened. Did they go straight into the Conference League? Nah, they must have gone into the... Yeah, they would have gone to the Europa League qualifying and then into the Conference League. I'd kill for Conference League football, boys and girls. But we have to win this game. This is the best team I can get onto the pitch. I'm not going to change the mentality. This is what we've been going with all season. Didn't change it once. I mean, maybe some tweaks. But why would I change it right at the end? We got to go for it. Yes, they are the top team. But it also gives us a good benchmark for how we'll do next season. So, taking it exactly how I want to be playing next season. We have players that are described to be leading players in the top division, Wilson being one of them, Nunez being another one, and Slazai, that's definitely, Slazai is not correct, Cesarli maybe, being one of them too. So lots of people that are apparently are top players, even if they were at this club. Can we do the business? It is them attacking very early doors. I think we have already gotten rid of that highlight, so we'll take that. But the 64% possession, not making me feel great. Perhaps a more direct approach might be the way to go, but we bring back the possession to 58%. We actually have more possession than them. Yes, the shots are going their way, but surely it's a matter of time before we start getting a few, going back to 50%. 25 minutes gone, we're clearly competing. Like, we're not just getting torn apart. Yes, one shot with a 0.07 XG is not ideal, and 4 shots to them. But again, 56%, 57%. We are definitely giving them a game here. I don't think I need to change the tactic to be more attacking or more defensive or more direct. We are just doing what we need to do, and if we get lucky, we might score one, although they do have it right now, and I think they've got a penalty, which does feel like an unfortunate error that might throw a huge spanner in the works in this final. Yeah, it is. Come on, dudes. He saved penalties before. Be a hero in the final, my man. I don't think he's going to do it. No, he went the right way. I probably shouldn't have said anything, let's be honest, but I mean, it's not really how the world works, is it? But it's 1-0 just before half-time, and after my confident approach, I'm thinking maybe something needs to change. I mean, of course I'm going to say I'm disappointed, but I'm not really. I think we're doing fine. Just unlucky that we gave away a penalty right at the end there. Hopefully we don't lose a bit of attacking spark position that we were having, but I have a feeling they might now gain some momentum and do even better. But we do have the ball, which is, I think, a first for the highlights. We haven't seen us actually start with the ball in any of the highlights. So here we go. It's gone straight through to them, and I think they're going to score. We've gotten away with one there. I think tactics might need to change, or at least subs might need to happen, because we're just not creating enough. Here goes them again. Yeah, putting it over the bar. We're just not doing anything this half. Barnes Bauer's looking tired. I don't know really who to bring on. Ashrock can come on. He's been an okay super sub every now and then. Maybe Adam can come on for Carezzi, and then we'll get Holman in there and bring him down as a ball-winning midfielder. I wonder if just putting him as a defensive role might help us out a wee bit. Got an injury to Hengya. They'll bring on Major, who's been a great rotation, left back, right back, and actually played a lot because Bua ended up with a big injury at one point, so he has played a lot of games. Wilson and Nunez, disappointed to see two of our players, who are apparently of this level, not playing very well at all. But let's hope that we can win the ball here, do something that's going over the bar from them. I mean, it's not a hugely threatening shot, but I think something's going to need to change in terms of tactics in a second, because it's not going the way we need it to right now. They have it. They play it out to the left, and they move it to their left backs. Play it into the middle. I have a feeling there's going to be a goal at the end of this, boys and girls. They have it right there, and they're going to shoot. It is a good save. Yeah, something needs to happen. Okay. Maybe I went overly attacking. Let's try and get more direct, slightly more direct. That feels alright. Holman up top. I mean, the thing is, we just don't have a stacked bench, really. I mean, we can bring this man into central midfield. No, he's pretty good. He is pretty good. He's got some good vision. He's got better tackling. I think he actually might be the right player to come on. I'm not bringing off Wilson. He's just not going to... he's not... We don't have a better player than him. It would be silly to do so. So we'll leave it at that for now, but I might stop rolling it out. We don't really even have... Holman's a bit tall. I feel like he's 6'1", but we don't even have that sort of target man that we could just lump it forward to. Well, not that I'm saying I miss Boney, because trust me, we have had better strikers this year than Wilfred Boney. But, it might be handy in a cup final sort of situation. And with the way that the second half has gone, it's just completely gone to their hands, and we've lost all chance of getting anything. So we need a smash and grab, and we just do need to go more attacking, really. Okay, so we'll move him back up into central midfield. We'll go very attacking and higher. Pass into space looks good. Let's distribute it to flanks. I like it. High defensive line, get stuck in. And I guess a super sub needs to happen. I don't love Suzuki. I never have. He's definitely leaving at the end of the season, but Holman's doing absolutely nothing. So he's coming on. Come on, boys. Give us something. Do something. Let's go attacking. Few minutes to go of regulation time, but no highlights, no shots, nothing more is coming our way. I just don't think it's going to be our day. Let's try something in the last seconds. Nunez, and we'll move him up next to him. And let's go Shadow Striker, because why not? Smologi. That's just not how you say his name. Goes into that midfield role. Major actually can't play there, can he? Well, he's going to do a job for a few minutes. Inverted wingback. We've used that a lot, by the way. As you can see, Boa playing it all season long, doing a great job of it. Get them both on attacking. Go very attacking. Might go slightly less direct, but very, very fast. Come on, give us something. Give me something to hold on to, hope, footy manager. Make me feel something here. I don't think we're getting anything, boys and girls. A disappointing way to lose it. Just a penalty in the end, actually. I mean, I know that the stats really in the end did not make us look like we were in that at all. And to be fair, I don't think we were really in that at all. I think I was generous in the first half. But I mean, we did have a lot of the possession. But as soon as they scored, you knew we were on an uphill battle. And it is what it is. Well, Nunez, he wants a better deal. Can you sack your agent, mate? Sack your agent? Yeah, good job. Good call, Nunez. What's he on right now? 2.1. Yeah, 4.2, mate. You're trying to double his wage. Probably makes sense, but I don't really want it. But anyway, we'll simulate through the last game of the season, show you the season review, so you get that last wee slice of what happened, and end the season and go into the Hungarian Division 1. I'm sure we're not going to let ourselves come down, and to be honest, next season I think we're going to do quite well. We won the last game 5-0. I mean, I wasn't worried. It didn't make a difference, but, you know, that's handy. Kane Wilson, sign of the season. Love to see it. Owatara, not surprised. A-. I mean, they're all going to have good ratings because they're all great players. Sorry. Zoster, 12 goals, 14 assists. Oh, nah. Content. No, he's just done average A. Shut up, Football Manager. Boa, Major, who else? Arthur. Yeah, we're all getting good ratings. A+ for the goalkeeper that isn't even better than our current goalkeeper. Anyway, incredible season in both spells. League and Cup. Can't ask for anything more, apart from maybe winning the Cup and getting European football. But it is what it is, isn't it? Lots of big wins this year. That last game, actually, that was the game I think we just played, I'm pretty sure. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, because I would have remembered Holman getting a hat-trick. We got less sponsorship money, though, so hopefully that goes up this year, but obviously more prize money. So overall, I think we got maybe less money this year, which is a bit concerning, but that was probably in agreement our best 11. Well, our most played 11. Owatara came quite late. But yeah, that looks about right to me. And the player of the season goes to Holman. Young player of the season goes to Doos. It's good to see him getting recognition. Sign of the season, Kane. A top goal scorer, Holman. Most assists to Donat. Zasosta. Most man of the match awards to Wilson. And you'll see now, absolutely cleaned up the season awards. I won manager of the year because, you know, obviously Holman was the player of the season with Wilson behind him and then Zoster just behind him. Holman probably just being a rotation player next year. Wilson probably keeping his role. Zoster, I reckon he'll be a hard one. I don't quite know what will end up happening with him. Kovacs, who was the top goal scorer last season, won it again because he played less games than Holman. Apparently, less game time. Two games off the bench. Oh, okay, he started every single game. Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. The team of the season is just us, really. I mean, I don't know how Dudes isn't in it, but Zazalai, Hangya, then Banusabal, then we got Zoster, Wilson, and Holman, and then that's it. Apart from some absolutely incredible amounts of money coming into our account. I need to do the team meeting. I need to talk about next year. I'll focus on all of that off camera. But what do they want from us next year? Mid-table. Love it. Love it. And then nothing else new. Entertaining football, set pieces, position. Okay, position is... I don't think we've ever done that. But okay. Finances. Would you look at that? 22k, 294k. When we put that all into the wage budget, that obviously takes it up by another 6k, so 28k to play with. We are going to be improving the contracts of a lot of our players. Already Boa, I realise, has a release clause, so I'm increasing his contract to about, I think 4.4 maybe it was. Yeah, so something quite high. So actually, where is he? Oh, he got injured just before the last game, so Núñez might get that big wage rise. But the ones that we really care about, I think, will end up getting paid a bit more. But new signings galore will be coming in, as just so many of our lads are apparently just leading players, good Division 2 players. So we need lots and lots of leading first division players, just like Wilson is currently. So we're looking out for them. Look out for the next video. It will be next Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later.